and stuff. Straight no chaser, man. That's the best fucking way. Straight no chaser. Hello, everyone. I'm your faithful Amanda Splatts. Sorry for being like a minute late or so, a couple minutes late. Tech issues. I was buying a game on Steam that was like dirt fucking cheap, and I noticed it was downloading like 20 Mbps, which for some weird fucking reason is a sign that I need to reset my internet connection. And I did, and it went up back to the usual like 200 Mbps, so that's fine. So I'm starting this a lot earlier than usual, because like I say in the past, I don't actually expect anyone to watch the weekly wrap-ups live. This is for me, and this is for VOD Gang, anyone who might have missed the stream over the course of a couple weeks. Just give you a heads up, and I want to also talk about future. Like the immediate future, but also like the future in general. So this is not the usual weekly wrap-up. I figure since I'm going on a reduced schedule starting in May, I call it a hiatus, but I want to try to fucking stream. I just don't know if I fucking can. So I'll be going on that reduced schedule in May. I figured it'd be a good time to push it back, get an extra stream spot out of it, and move it to tonight. I didn't know Gora's, initially when I said this for 9 o'clock, I didn't know that Gora's graduation stream was going to be like an hour. I mean at 8 o'clock. And there's no way it's only going 1 hour. So, I set it for 6. And I figured with all the shit I've done over the last week and a half, all the stuff I want to talk about, I'd had to cram it into 2 hours. Then work said, hey Amanda, you're fucking off at 3 o'clock today. So if I start at 5, we'll get 3 hours. Won't have to rush. Yeah, I have to remember that, man. I have to remember that shit works itself out more often than not. Mother Splatts is a huge advocate of that. Mother Splatts is a huge advocate of letting things go, like putting them in God's hands. She's an amazing fucking person, so it must at least work for her. I don't know, sometimes I wonder what my fucking place is. Like in the whole scheme of things. So whenever I do these things where I don't know where I'm gonna be or how long it's gonna fucking be, I try to fucking absolutely load up the, I try to absolutely load up the schedule with good shit. Shit that defines me. So, because when I'm gone, I want, like, you got some VODs to go through. You got something to fucking do. And while I try to make sure I have a place to live and shit. Salute. I got a little something harder for later. Don't let me forget that. So man, we are. It's the week and a half that was, I guess. I'm gonna say the week that was, the week and a half that was. No AI gens tonight. No AI quote-unquote slop tonight. Just like the thumbnails. So I went in, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it for a while. And I wanted to chock fucking load it up with amazing shit. And the number one directive was always the writing. Staying at the fucking top, writing. So, originally I was of two minds. I wanted to create an original character for the project with the help of the people who were in the stream that day. And I also wanted to do a scene about Alpha meeting Amanda. And honestly, I think I fucking nailed it. I mean, like, I'm not happy with a lot of the shit I write afterwards, so I'm kind of happy with this one, mostly. It had a couple issues. But yeah. The story, like, you had Alpha coming in. We had Malone's mech going fucking crazy. Alpha obliterating it with the bare hands and her pecs. Ended up eating up to a whole different part of the city. I was able to work Deadmac in there. That was cool. Like, you had Malone in there. We were able to work Deadmac, Sensoka, and Grub in there. Three guys who I wasn't able to work into the original fanfic. And I actually had, like, you noticed I pushed the fanfic part back quite a bit. Because there were some characters I'm gonna get to it. But yeah, it was cool. So I had Alpha just murdering a mech. And I also had a good time working in a kind of a new thing for me. Usually I'm very linear with a timeline with the storytelling. But doing the thing where you start in the middle of the story and you go back and forth, it's kind of interesting too. That was fun to try. I think we told an interesting story. We showed off Alpha's strength, kind of hinted at things to come. The weird, tenuous relationship Alpha is going to have with Amanda. Not want to let her know what's coming, because that'll shape Alpha's story, since Alpha's Amanda from the future. And, of course, getting the Malone giggles in there, getting... Hello, hey, Pillow, thanks for stopping by, man. This is going to be kind of dry. So... Crap it. I thought it was great. It was fucking great. So I had to change who was going to be in the story. But I think everything worked out. And then the other half of the stream was creating a brand new character for the project. If you saw the thread that I made, the very simple The Water Bearer files on my Twitter, you'll notice there was a character named Fortune. Fortune has not made any appearances. I've never even mentioned her on the story. If I didn't have any ideas or get any chat ideas, Fortune was going to be the character I was going to create, a member of the Rattlers. The Rattlers don't have a leader, but she would be like one of the prominent members. But instead, we had a few people out there, especially Jinx, and had a great fucking collaborative session. And even with my own mythology and my own stories, they brought up a real good fucking point. And I thought it was a good fucking point. And that I don't have anyone. We've got Sandy representing the cult, those on the edge of town. We've got Fortune with the Rattlers. We have Bun Bun representing the Red Desert Army. We have Juliet representing the military. But we didn't have anyone representing the Water Bearers. So, took some ideas. Jinx was a real homie in this one. Everyone had some cool ideas. And we ended up making Agent Takeen. Newest member of the project, Agent Takeen. One of the Water Bearers. and had a fucking great. They had a fucking great idea. Takina's created by the fucking community, half the community, half my own, putting it together. Um, Takine, she's one of the water bear, like just like Alpha came here from the future. Takine came here from the past. The gods sent her forward in time to this time so that she bypasses the whole Eldritch War that taints the entire place. So she's untainted by the war that went on. And her sole job, she's got two jobs, to restore the water and to neutralize all enemies. Now, the original thought was, whoever it was, even before I knew that we're going to be making Agent Takine, whoever I made, I wanted to do a stream on Friday. I wanted to get her a 3D. I want to make a 3D, because I made models for myself, Bun Bun, Sandy, and Juliet. I haven't made one for Alpha Splatts, because you can't do huge, hyper gigantic muscles in violates Studio. I think I might get Blender for that or something. But considering what the game ended up playing, it was probably a best idea that I just had the picture anyways. So because Agent Takine, the whole secret agent thing, was initially inspired by the game I'm playing right now offline, Fights in Tight Spaces, which is a roguelike deck builder where you're actually fighting guys on a board. It's like fucking John Wick. And I've been playing that offline. I've been unlocking the decks. I'm trying to unlock more decks. Like, I got the Stabber deck. I think, like, I'm a couple levels away from getting the Grappler deck. I definitely want to try that out. And I bought the Gunslinger DLC deck as well. That was and I do that from the bass. I do that, like, I will have a thing I see or a thing I hear or a song, and the inspiration brings a character to life. This was partially inspired by that Fights and Tight Spaces. I definitely want to stream it more again now that I can stream it, but we'll get to that. We're going to cover everything I did over the last fucking week and a half. Like, you only see 3 items, because the list is like 30 fucking items long. In fact, I was supposed to, like, delete shit as I talk about it. Fuck it. So, but there is something I noticed, not only going over that story, but going over a lot of the other stories. And that is, Amanda doesn't play much of a role in her own story. You're talking to the writer today. These wrap-up Zatsus are always out of character. Amanda's a character, you're talking to the writer. And Amanda's not had a big role in her own stories. It's about these amazing characters, both the FlaVR and my original creations in Mahavre, doing cool shit. Amanda's not doing cool shit. Amanda's freaking out. Amanda's scared. Amanda's having a mental breakdown. Amanda's begging Sandy to shoot her. Or not begging, but not stopping when Sandy's gonna shoot her. Amanda's passing out from the heat multiple times. For someone who's the protagonist of the story, she's sure not getting a lot of love. And this has happened to me before in my writing, where it's not about the protagonist. It's almost kind of like a faceless, soulless protagonist, having other people around to do all the cool shit. Kind of like Tenchi Muyo, something like that. But I think maybe part of it, maybe I become infatuated with the side characters and their stories, trying to establish them, and then trying to establish Amanda herself through the streams. But it's not going to be a happy stream no more. Also, not been doing too well. And maybe that's coming out in the way I feel I deserve to be treated, I guess. I don't know how to better put it. So I want to eventually do a stream where Amanda's actually the hero. Where Amanda's actually doing something on her own. Something herself to establish herself. Because in this story, Amanda was just hanging out at the coffee shop, crying. Pulled a gun on Malone. She surprised him. Got kicked out of the coffee shop. Passed out in the fucking heat. Got a ride home from Grub. And that's about it. You can do anything in the VTuber space, but you can't do anything about my fucking brainlets. And that's part of the reason why I'm taking this time off. So, I want Amanda to do some cool shit. That's one of the few ideas I had for the writings coming up, and I'm not dissatisfied with what I've written so far. I am satisfied with what I've written so far. But Amanda as a character and the role in her own story has been very lacking. And I'm gonna be mindful of that. And try to correct that in the next story. And actually have Amanda fucking do something. But I still think it really fucking went good. It was great having the community help create Agent Takeen getting in her head. And of course, Alpha with her massive fucking pecs obliterating a mech. That was fun as hell. Plus, we got... I don't know if it was, like, really obvious. I tried to make it, like, somewhat obvious, but not horribly obvious, that Juliet Romero is actually a bad guy. She has that radio station, Radio Free Mahavre, that gives people coded signals to guide them through the desert. But also... And I don't know if people got it. I didn't want to spell it out explicitly, but in the story, the reason that Malone's mech went crazy is because Juliet used Radio Free Mahavre to take it over. Like, it wasn't just randomly fighting Alpha on its own. It was being controlled remotely by Juliet. That's why she was so pissed off at the end. He was so pissed off at the end. So yeah, that was a big surprise. Juliet's a bad guy. And Juliet's a bad guy. Fortune's a bad guy. The jury is out on Sandy. Bun Bun's a good guy. And Takeen is a good guy. In fact, another role Takeen is going to play... Sandy has been a very unreliable narrator. Like, she's told Amanda she was a wolf. We don't know if we can believe her or not. Takeen has no skin in the game whatsoever. She does not give a fuck about what's going on in Mahavre now. She just wants to find the water. So another role that Takeen was going to have, and I hinted that at the end of her Fights in Tight Spaces stream, was she wanted to... She's going to eventually tell Amanda the truth. Now, she doesn't know everything, but between her and the rest of the water bearers, there's a lot she fucking knows. Like, she even said it in the water bearer files. Sandy says that she took Amanda's soul. That's not how it works. She's straight up calling out Sandy, saying that she doesn't actually have Amanda's soul. Which would be massive if it's true. So, yeah, not only does she have the role of cool fucking... and also the level of badass, being a cool badass. If you remember the beginning of the channel, Amanda was trying to be cool. Amanda's trying to be a badass. But too fucking scared and menhair and crying and shit. Amanda wants to be a badass. Sandy projects being a badass, but is actually cool. Takeen is a badass and doesn't care. Because a true badass doesn't fucking care. A true badass isn't trying to show off to anyone. In fact, Takeen says, if you see me at all, then I'm doing my job wrong. So, Takeen is kind of a positive role model in what being a badass means, and not only the way she handles herself, but the way she gets things done. So I think having Takeen as a protagonist, that really helps Amanda out. Help her be better being herself. That's going to be something positive for the story as a whole. And I thank everyone in my community for helping bring her to life. I mean, life is long. If you need time, take it. If ghosts come, I'm hoping so. I'll get into that at the end, Pillow, but I do hope I can come back. I really do. So that was an amazing writing session. It went 5.5 hours long, but I wouldn't have traded a minute of it. It was fucking great. And as I've been doing on Wednesdays and Sundays, my usual days off, I double booked myself. And it was a fucking bad idea this time. Because the second part of the double bill was Blood and Bacon. With Malone! Cara Malone! My favorite collaborator. Someone I really do trust in the VTuber sphere. I really do trust and I really do believe in Malone. So we've been playing some crazy shit. We've been playing Blood and Bacon. Found out that there's 100 levels. And sometime at the end of the second session, we decided, fuck it, let's turn on infinite ammo. Like, we didn't do immortality solely because that would just make it too easy. But there's 101 levels. But after level 30, you unlock cheats. You can skip to level 100 if you want. You can do whatever you want. And I think it's because they know they only had 30 levels worth of content. Because they had the catacombs, but there were only 3 catacombs. And by like level 50, I think we'd had all the weapons. So, level 51 through 101, we just went out there, dropping a nuke like we was Christ Dillinger walking up in the club with a nuke. Trap music, garbage fucking music, nuke music. Christ Dillinger! Slightly off the beat. Christ Dillinger is fucking insane, man. He's smart, he's got good raps, but he intentionally goes off the beat here and there, and you can't unhear it, and it's fucking annoying. You know he does it because he does it on purpose, because he's doing every fucking song. And of course this man putting out hits like, is it fentanyl or is it not? That's one of his actual big hits. And he's fucking crazy and I like him. No drugs, don't do drugs, but it's rap music. You can fabricate some things. We were fucking dropping nukes. We were fucking throwing paintballs. It's the dumbest fucking thing. And we had a great ass time. We beat it. Because I gave up really early and said, yeah, okay, let's use the fucking cheats. And it was worth it. It was still a challenge even with unlimited ammo, but it was worth it. Unlimited ammo, of course, means unlimited nukes. And just tanking it. Well, this game is so fucking old and small and weenie at Junior, that, I was able to stream Discord with it. So I was just fucking around, shooting up pigs. Like, that's not a metaphor for police. Like, they were literally monster pigs. And beating the same bosses over and over again. And just having a stupid fucking time. Now, anyone else would have quit playing Blood and Bacon long ago. Given up after level 30. Because it's just keep repeating after that. The only big twist in level 100 is that you're fighting both the odd level bosses and the even level boss at the same time. It's the dumbest fucking game in the world. Dumbest fucking first-person shooter. But I had a hell of a damn time. And it's always a hell of a time hanging out with Malone. I went ahead and stopped by Malone's channel just to fuck around a little bit before coming here today. It was great. See if I can fuck around a little bit afterwards if I'm in the mood. Yeah, we committed to the fucking bit. We started talking weird, dumb shit. That's part of the fun, too. Malone is the most amazing fucking yapper. And I keep trying to plan games and stuff with him. But mostly, just we fucking yap. And that's fucking great. I had a good time, man. Really made me... Because I know if this is going to be my last time period for a while. I wanted to have a bunch of collabs. And Malone's always up for a bunch of collabs. Malone's always up for a bunch of fun. Malone's up for a lot. I will be forever, eternally grateful, man. So, next up. After that, I was streaming a whole lot after work. And there's one guy I like streaming with. We don't get a chance because our interests, I don't feel they overlap a whole lot. And that's the Grub-Handed Bug Rancher. But Grub, like, I was trying to figure out what we could play. Like, I know we've been playing a lot of Rivals. Like, maybe play Marvel Snap, because I know there's no way I could run fucking Rivals on my fucking potato. But that was fun as hell. He said, yo, no, we played buddy board games last time. Let's just do it again. Grub is a great fucking guy, man. Grub has great fucking helper. And he and JPZ, one of Malone's mods, the two of them were on my first ever stream. Ever. And Grub continues to support me to this day. I'll be forever thankful for that, man. Dude is so cool about it, too. So, like, I love collabing with Grub, but it really is hard for me to find stuff we can do. But he's cool with the board game shit. And he had a hell of a... We played a weird fucking game at the end. Wizards and Jesters. It's like Spades. It's a trick-taking game. But number one, it increases every round. Like, first round is 1 card. Next round is 2 cards. Next round you have 3 cards, etc. It's a trick-taking game. And it's like Spades with a couple extra steps. Like, Jesters always lose and Wizards always win. Otherwise, it's normal trump card rules. It's weird, and it was cool, though. Once I got the hang of it, it was fucking cool. And it was cool chilling with the Grubster for a while, man. Funny enough, JP showed me FlaVR Community. If not for him, it wouldn't be. Yeah. For all the shit that I give him, JP is a good guy. For all the shit I give him. And I give him a lot of shit. But he's a good guy. Maybe I should stop giving him so much shit. I don't know if Malone would approve of that, though. So yeah, Buddy Board Games had a hell of a time. And then we had... Even before I knew what I wanted to do or what the character would look like, I said, whoever we end up creating on Wednesday, they would stream on Friday. And this really got me some fucking agita. Because the Fights in Tight Spaces. The game I've been playing a lot offline on. The deck builder. John Wick simulator. Perfect for Tekken. But I was playing it for like up to like 2 a.m. in the morning, having to get up for work at 6. To make sure I could stream. Because it is a 3D game. And I think it's just barely too chunky for me to stream. But I fucked around with some settings. I got some advice on Reddit. For everything, and all the shit people give Reddit, there is a lot of great advice on there. If you can pick through the turds. And I was initially told to set my hardware settings to hardware. Run as administrator. So it'll draw from the CPU instead of the GPU. No, that's a fucking lie. We'll set it to software, just set it to hyper fast instead of like normally regular very fast. It made things a little too chunky. I mean, it made the little things a little washed out. But the art style of Fights in Tight Spaces, you're not gonna notice. It's like all various colored silhouettes in white rooms. Like, you're not gonna notice. So whenever I stream this character, I try to fully immerse them. I do the writer, I get into Agent Keen's head. She just does not care. She wouldn't even have been streaming if it weren't for the fact that Amanda agreed to Doctor afterwards. And it's just easier to play a little silly game for a couple hours than to, bring out the piano wire. So I did, and she did, and just as I thought, Amanda didn't have any real actionable info. But I've got a few leads now. I've followed them down. Feel a little bad for the girl, though. She was just thrown into this. Maybe see if I can do something. Yeah, sometimes you do a stream as one of the other characters in Mahavre, it's a bad time. Like when I streamed as Bun Bun and realized that she's got pretty bad PTSD from the war. But getting into Takeen's head was kind of fun. Like actually being, like having various characters who try to be badass or pretend to be badass, having an actual badass who does not care that she's a badass because she's got a fucking job to do. That was fun. And to fights in tight spaces is a lot of fucking fun. I love fights in tight spaces. It's my current offline game. I'll play some after tonight. Like after the Gora celebration and everything. That, like I said, that's the reason I'm doing this so early, because of Gora. I don't watch the short regularly, but respect. Fucking respect. And then Saturday night was the fucking epic one. Saturday night was the one where it fucking all went cray. Me and Choco Minato doing the KOF tier list. Choco is so fucking humble when it comes to being good at shit. Choco's a fucking genius when it comes to fighting games and stuff. Although he was cool enough to admit when games with Last Blade and Samurai Showdown, he was willing to admit when he didn't know and just went ahead and deferred to me. And that was cool. So we just threw our tisms together and made a delicious tism sandwich. It was fucking fun. It went on till 2 a.m. though, holy shit. I don't mind that it went till 2 a.m. because it was Saturday night, and I always have Sundays off work. That's in my contract. Always in my contract to have Saturday nights off. So I don't mind. We went for 6 hours or something. I'm trying to remember who the S tiers were. It was Geese Howard. Of course, Geese Howard is the fucking S tier. Amakusa from Showdown. Rugal. Gainitz. Shinakuma. Because Shinakuma's appearance was so absolutely fucking perfect. And shit, there was another one. I think King Lion. I'm not King Leon. I'll have to look back on that. But it was a lot of fun. These cheap, overpowered fucking bastards that dotted the landscape of our arcade childhoods, just being able to chat and fucking commiserate. And oh my god, not the Geese Howard jet I did for Joko. It's fucking cool, man. I love it. Got the boobs hanging out, but not too much. Still decent. Looks like a fucking badass. Yeah, that was. So I'm gonna be going away for a while. I wanted to load this last, kind of like a graduation. I'm not graduating though. I hope not. But it's when they do their graduation week, they hard load it with amazing fun shit. I wanted to do that. I wanted to collab with all the people who made this place special for me. And right off the bat, people think of are Malone, Choco, and Grub. And Sensoko, of course. That was great. That was fucking packed. And it led me to streaming 4 times on Sunday. Because it bled into 2 a.m. Saturday night bled into Sunday morning, so technically I streamed 4 times on Sunday. That was a hell of a fucking Sunday. Let's get into it. Let's get the fuck into it. I gotta dig pretty deep into my thumbnail folder. Because some of these thumbnails I made like fucking weeks ago. Not. There it is. So the second stream I did on Sunday was Grimstone. Horribly disappointed. I love UFO 50. UFO 50 is fucking amazing, and I love it, and it's great. It encapsulates all the great retro games that we loved growing up, with a lot of modern conveniences. But Grimstone has problems. Like, I understand they're trying to exactly emulate how old school JRPGs used to be. And they fucking nailed it. But old school JRPGs had fucking problems, man. Most old school JRPGs had a lot of grinding elements. Where you just had to stand around and just fight enemies in the same fucking spot for like an hour. And occasionally you wouldn't know it, you'd run into a tiny patch of land where the enemies were stupidly, ridiculously powerful. And Grimstone has a lot of grinding. Grimstone is a little cryptic. It'd be nice if there was a map, but there wasn't. Because I look back, I completed chapter 1 during that stream. Out of like 5 or 6 chapters. And I missed the quest giver at the very bottom in the place that I thought was the mission wasn't the mission. The mission was in a different area. But I missed the quest giver, but I figured out what the quest was. Purely because of video game logic. Knowing that, oh, if there's a bridge that's out and someone's telling you to fix the bridge, you fix the bridge, that's your quest. And then you go over the bridge to the next part of the game. It's just... Grimstone is an amazing representation of JRPGs, the old Nintendo JRPGs back in the day. For better and for worse. I don't know if I'm gonna come back to it. Like, it may take like another 10-15 hours to beat it, considering it took like 2 hours to beat the first chapter. If I go back into it, I'm going back with a guide. Because I believe I've done RPGs on this channel before with a guide. I'm going back in with a guide. That'll save so much time. And I may just grind beforehand. Like, not actually do any plotline or story stuff, but at least grind beforehand. Because grind, unless you're really good at Zatsuing and stuff, grind is really bad for content. So, Grimstone, I don't know. I got so much shit that I really want to do that I think I'm just gonna put it on the back burner for a while. Unless I have like a whole afternoon or a whole evening I can dedicate to it and not just do a lot. So that was the morning in the afternoon. This has been a long time coming. This has been several months coming. And it was amazing. I felt like it was one of my most definitive streams of all time. My interview with Lord Mollington. We'd planned this months ago, but then Mollington had put things off. But then he had other mental issues and health issues and shit. So I said, hey, you're back. I want to do this before I go on my hiatus. And he was willing to oblige. We did it on Sunday. 3 p.m. my time. And we didn't have a plan going in. We didn't have a plan going in. And I think that it's probably one of my best streams ever. Because within the small interview that we had, a couple hours, it is the perfect encapsulation of who Amanda Splatts is. The perfect encapsulation of what I want to do and what I want to do with this space. And both the positive things I've had and the negatives. He's had a lot of good advice that I just can't take. And he was you can tell that he's done this before. You can tell that he is fucking amazing at this. And I was very happy to chat, very happy to do it with him. Thank you, Mollington. You're gonna have to play Oshi Push sometime, man. Definitely gonna have to play Oshi Push sometime. Put it on the fucking calendar when things are okay again. So, that great stream was also followed up by another great stream. What's that? Oh, good. That was my alarm back when the stream was supposed to be at 6 o'clock. I'd rather be too careful than not careful enough, man. I got one Sprite left in a little mini fridge, and then I got a little something harder. Break out a little something harder at the end of the stream. But yeah, so the reason I did a weird variety stream in Sunday evening was because Sunday was supposed to normally be the Zatsu day. I'm doing the weekly Zatsu, the wrap of the week that was. And the week that's coming up. Spoiler alert, there is no week coming up. So I don't like taking things away without giving something back. And so I figured, you know what? I was able to get Fights in Tight Spaces working. I also got a $20 capture card. Little $20 USB capture card. So, and I also said I want to learn how to play shogi. I was gonna initially, going to make a poll. Let people vote on what I want to do. Nobody votes on my polls. I'll have a poll up for a week. Nobody will make a single fucking vote. That's fine. I know a lot of people don't use Twitter nearly as much anymore. So I figure, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do them all. And I did them all. Found a really nice site for shogi. The shogi, I believe it is. And I'll vote. Well, thanks, Pillow, but there's not going to be a lot to vote on in the near future. So I knew how the pieces worked. And I got those exercises. The problem is I did not remember what piece was what. Because when I was originally looking into shogi, they had a special Americanized shogi set where they had English letters. Like B for the bishop, N for the knight, K for the king, G for the gold general, S for the silver general, etc. L for the lance. And on the shogi website, they were all the symbols. So I didn't know I was getting captured by fucking everything. But I learned how the pieces move. Then I decided it was probably best to just cut a bit short. Then we went to try out my capture card, because I got a Neo Geo Mini. A tiny little tabletop Neo Geo. You can either play it on the tiny little screen it has, like a 244p screen, or you can do what I did and hook it up to the computer. I hooked it up to the laptop. I could not hear it because it was capturing directly into OBS, but I trusted the sound later and it sounded fine. It looked a little bit fucked up because of the what with the pixels and everything. I was stretching out the pixels to get the 16:9, but it was cool. It was cool because it was super responsive. Like the pad. Oh god, I keep going about the pad for the Neo Geo Mini is fucking amazing. It feels good to use. It's responsive. And it's even got a little dot on it, like a little bump. I always wonder what that bump meant on a controller. That's telling you the up direction. So that even if you're not looking at the controller, you can feel what way is north. That's super important for a fighting game. Like the fact that I was able to do Amakusa's Rage Special in Samsho 4, the back towards down one, and able to nail it multiple times, or able to do Rosa's Super in Kazuna Encounter. It's a really good, really well-built pad. And it's got a very interesting variety. It doesn't have all the fighting games. It has all the Metal Slug games, I think. It's a very interesting... I'm very interested, like, why they picked certain games. Like, why did certain picks go through? Because it was 40 games. And looks like there are different versions of it. And the different versions have different games on them. None of them have Neo Turf Masters. And that pissed me the fuck off. All of them have Top Flight Golf. No, I don't want that. I want Neo Turf Masters. The greatest sports game in the history of the fucking world. Starring sex god Robert Landolt. It has some cool games. It's got some interesting picks. And it was very cool. It was very cool that I got it to work. And so I played more Fights in Tight Spaces, got it to work. And then the real test was Slacker's Carts of Glory, which is a full 3D game. Little 1-minute racing courses, and you keep dying again and again and again because you're in a shopping cart with no fucking control. And it was great. It ran, and I was able to stream it. All I had to do was set the settings to software instead of hardware, and set it to the lowest possible setting, and it ran okay. It streamed fine. Fights in Tight Spaces was a tiny bit chunkier. So that just proves to me that there are a lot of things that I was misinformed of early on when it comes to how to set up OBS. And there's a lot of things that I'm really going to have to start tinkering with for myself. Because it actually ended up working out real fucking good. I've got a Super Nintendo plug and play sitting here somewhere. I had to break that out. Alright, so that was Sunday, man. And Sunday was a massive fucking success on most accounts. Most accounts. Now, the reason My schedule was really weird this week. It looks like it might just be because of a holiday, and they're also trying to shift people to different divisions. So I might have just caught a stray, so to speak, because of things going on. So instead of I got Monday off for the first time in like 5 or 6 years. Instead of usually might have an usual Wednesday off. So I use that time to play one of the games that's helped define this channel, Darkest Dungeon. I love Darkest Dungeon. I think it's fucking great. I think it's amazing. I'm making a lot of progress too. In fact, I'm making so much progress that I'm scared what's going to happen when I finally beat the game. Because we've cleared out all level 1 bosses. We've cleared out all level 3 bosses. We killed both the Baron, who's level 3, and the Viscount, who's level 5. Killed the Miller, who's level 3. And then I was in a weird fucking place. Like, we finished all the level 3 bosses. Do I start the Darkest Dungeon? Because, spoiler alert, if you have heroes who go into the Darkest Dungeon itself, and they get tagged with an affliction called Never Again, where they'll never go back into the Darkest Dungeon. Meaning, you're going to have to lift up at least like 6, at the bare minimum, 16 different heroes. Bare minimum. And you can only have them going once. So I was having agita. Like, I want to fight the Sleeper. The level 5 farmstead. I want to go into the first level of the Darkest Dungeon. Do I fight the Sleeper first? Do I go into the dungeon first? I've got a whole team of level 6s. But you only get one shot at the Darkest Dungeon with each set of characters, then they get afflicted with Never Again. And they can't go back, and you gotta raise up more. Luckily, the answer presented itself when we had the first of the level 5 standard bosses. Swine King popped up. Had a level 6 Arbalist, I believe. And we went toward the Swine King and capped off an amazing stream beating level 5 Swine King. It's fucking great. Now here's the thing. I've been doing fucking amazing CCVs on Darkest Dungeon. Usually a stream will get like 5 or 6 CCVs if it's good. I'm lucky to get like 2 CCVs. I'm a fucking one view for life. I fully understand that. In fact, I've had streams where I've done no CCVs at all and get like 3 views total on stream. I'm getting 30 to 35 CCVs on Darkest Dungeon. To the point where I thought someone was botting me to try to get my channels taken down. Because I am dealing with trolls, I am dealing with schizos, I am dealing with bad people who are trying to end my channel and take me down. So I headed them off with the pass. I self-reported to YouTube. Say, hey, I think I might have some bots. Could you check them out? And they said, yeah, we have checked your channel out. We have looked at the screen. No bots. We have not detected any. And if we do detect bots, then it just pulls those hits away. So that's a great load off my mind. I'm getting 30, 35 CCV doing Darkest Dungeon. Way more than one. Like, I think this stream was now like one of my top 5 watch streams of all time. That's fucking amazing. Because I like Darkest Dungeon. Now, I'm like 75% of the way done with Darkest Dungeon. I've got 7 of the 8 level 5 bosses. I've got the level 5 Sleeper. I've got the level 6 Countess. I've got the Darkest Dungeon itself. I got the Shrieker. And haven't seen Brigand Wolf yet for some reason. What am I going to do when that's done? What am I going to do when Darkest Dungeon 1 is over? Will I play Darkest Dungeon 2? No. I have no interest at all in Darkest Dungeon 2. I watched Zatsu play some of it to the point where he accidentally beat the final boss of the game. It's way too easy. They got some weird fucking token system, some weird friendship system. It's just too different and too easy. I'm not interested in DD2. However, I am very interested in the Black Requiliary. It's a massive, epic, expansive mod for Darkest Dungeon 1 that has new missions, new bosses, new narrator, and an amazing fucking overhaul of everything. It's like one of the most comprehensive mods in the entire world. So, when I'm done with Darkest Dungeon 1, am I playing Darkest Dungeon 2? No. But I am playing Black Requiliary. Because it's got a big hulking muscle mama as one of the bosses. Among other things. So that's it. Yeah, no DD2, but I am very, very, very interested in Black Requiliary once I'm done with the main campaign. And I figure we will probably beat the Sleeper first and then the dungeon itself. And then the final one will probably be the Countess. Now this next one, there is no thumbnail on my end for it. Because I didn't stream my end. But I did put up a room for it. Just as a reminder, hey, I'm going to be on Malone's channel. And this is the picture I made in Bing Create. It's Malone, Witch Malone, and me. And my potato is on fire. That was a joke. I'm not streaming these games because my potato's going to be on fire. And it was. It kind of was. I still remember yeah, a couple of these Cara was a fucking potato. I don't know, man. If you have too many instructions for Bing Create, it starts to get some out of order. Like, there's been more than one picture where I've done pictures of me and Malone, and specifically my person is supposed to have the one with the glasses, and Malone is the one who ends up wearing the glasses. Or we both have the same eye color or something. So if it gets too many instructions, you just fuck that up. That was fun as hell, though. And Malone said it himself, it's kind of ease off on you when you're not streaming your end. And like, no, I can't just ease up. I gotta go as hard as I can if I was streaming. Because I gotta be entertaining, too. There's a first for everything, right? Oh, shit. Ooh. That was gross. I apologize. That's why you've seen me tapping the mic so much this week. I'm having really bad indigestion. And I've been burping a lot. And I've been trying to mute it each time. I've mostly been successful. It's great, this mic I'm using, this HyperX. It's got a big red light to let you know when it's on. And you can tap the top to mute it. Like, it's not a switch or a button. It's just a little tap pressure top. Like, I tap it like this. And unless I, like, smack it, sometimes I do have to smack it, you don't fucking hear it. It's great. But yeah, I put a potato because I knew Malone wanted to play Oshi Push. Malone and Mollington have been pushing that fucking game on everyone. Good reason, too. It's a great fucking game. I said, Malone, if they ever do Orca and import my Oshi Orca's cards into the game, I will play. And I did. And I lost in 2 straight sets. Although one of them was literally down to the last fucking card. One of them was ridiculously fucking close, right down to the last damn card. And Malone built my deck, and even after the game, oh, maybe I should have built your deck better. And I'm like, nah, dude. What the fuck? Like, I'm not pissed off that I lost. But next time I play, I am definitely making my own fucking deck. Because there were some amazing cards in there that Malone did not put in. So I need to make, like, I like to play Oshi Push again sometime. Maybe with Mollington, because Mollington keeps going hard on that. He's like, he's doing a whole tournament with Clippers and stuff. But next time I need to make my own fucking deck. And I had fun with that. It's a great game. And it's got some amazing art. Holy crap. The art on those cards, the Oshi Push cards, is fucking great. And I love it. And it's the type of stuff where even if you don't want to play the game, you'd want to buy the cards and just put them in one of those old binders they had back in like the 90s. Where that you'd slip your baseball cards in and stuff. And just enjoy the arc of Yoshi. I do like how it's set up too, because it's like a lane battler. It's a fucking lane battler card game. I think it's neat. I want to play again, but I need to make my own deck. Because I felt like my deck composition was really fucking me over also. Because, like, I had 19 gold at the end of the game and nothing to spend it on. I'm really not happy with that. So it was a hell of a time, and then we went to Tower Unite, and things went to shit. Little sub-games, like the bowling game and the golf game, etc. Those loaded up fine. No problem with those. But then we had to stall for the last hour and just yap, while Tower Unite refused to load for me. The actual lobby and the casino and everything refused to load. I barely got to the blackjack table. We should have stopped. We should have stopped after playing some of the games, not tried to get into the nightclub or the casino or something. Because my potato couldn't handle it. We needed to stop at that point. But we went all the way. We were able to bullshit our way up to the 9 o'clock point where Malone usually stops. And we had a great fucking time out of the way. I knew that I'm not going to be doing regular streams for a while. Probably not even doing collabs for a while. But I wanted my last one to be with Malone. Because like I told Mollington in the interview, there are a lot of people I work with. There are a lot of people I stream with. A lot of people I don't trust. I trust Malone. I trust Malone. And I wanted my last collab to be with him. You know, it was a great fucking time. It was a scuffed time. But it was a great fucking time. And I'm very thankful for it. Thank you, Malone. If this is going to be the end, man, I'm glad you're there facing it with me. So that was like a week worth of streaming every single day. But I didn't have a stream planned on Tuesday. Then all of a sudden, work. We're back. I think we're back. OBS disconnected again. It's been doing that like every other stream. It's been disconnecting for like 3 seconds. I don't know what it is. I'll have a few days to look into it. So Tuesday afternoon, if I stream anything, I'll be able to say I streamed every single day. Every single fucking day. For over a week. And I go that hard when I know I'm not going to be able to do it. I burn myself out. I intentionally burn myself out to force myself to enjoy taking some time off. It's not good. It's not healthy. Don't fucking do it. It's a bad fucking idea. But my thought was like, what is on my bucket list? What is something I've been doing for a lot of time, and I can chunk out? Because Kara was doing Minecraft that day. The weird Minecraft mod, Skyblock shit. And when Kara does a stream for like 9, 10, 11 hours, when Kara does the Minecraft, they do it for like 11 hours. Holy shit. So I start streaming at 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'll go ahead and tell people, hey, if you want to check Malone, check out Malone. It's just a little gorilla. And I think one of the things that was on my bucket list, I've beaten Street Fighter 1. I've beaten Street Fighter 3. I have not beaten Vanilla Street Fighter 2. So I talked to Choco Minato, expert of fighting games. And I tell Choco, hey, I want to play Street Fighter 2. Vanilla. The fucked up vanilla. I like Chun-Li because I like the female characters. How was Chun-Li in this game? It's like Chun-Li is good. In like a whole bunch of really good throws and throw distance and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, Guile's the protagonist. How about Guile? Said Guile is the most powerful character in the entire game. So I picked Guile. And I think it's going to take like 3 or 4 or 5 hours to beat the game. I beat it in 53 minutes. I was gonna raid into the tail end of Malone's stream after playing Street Fighter and trying to beat it, Street Fighter 2, for like several hours. I'm done so early, Malone's stream hasn't even started yet. And I can't even be proud, because like I said, I found out, yeah, Guile is cheap as shit. He's got a really nasty Mexican uppercut. He can throw you in the air with like an air backbreaker. His flash kick is absurd. Like, most of the characters, they just kept jumping into the flash kick like a fucking dumbass. I think the only character that actually gave me problems was Ryu. He's the only one I actually struggled with. And even then, I was able to get the cheese going. So, I've talked about before about my horrible reflexes. My shit old hag reflexes. I don't think I could play any of these old games anymore. Beating Vanilla Street Fighter 2 in an hour, that's an accomplishment I didn't even think I'd be able to do. Even though I picked Guile. So, I was able to get that. I crossed that off my bucket list. It was very nice that the last gaming stream of the pre-hiatus era was something I've been waiting to do. So, hold on. So I don't think I have a picture for this next one, because there ended up being an extra step to the story. So I'm done by like 3:55. I raid into Malone's intro stream, because he's not done yet. And then I relax, watching Malone and playing fights in tight spaces. And I have the dumbest fucking boss fight ever. It's so dumb, I decide to go ahead and play the video of it. And I upload the video to YouTube under the fights with dumb bosses. But I think I'll go ahead and pull up the video and narrate what happens. Because in fights in tight spaces, when you beat a level, you can watch the replay. Media source, alright. Go ahead and pull up the raw video. And I'll go ahead and illustrate what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dumbest boss fight ever. Okay, so the stage starts. There's the boss, 2 gunmen, and I'm in black. So I use pull on the boss, which pulls is an enemy that's 2 spaces away, 1 space away. Then I sidestep and end my turn. Both of the gunmen end up shooting the boss. Everyone else moves. And already I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be dumb. This is gonna be fucking dumb. Because now I have like, that's 20-ish damage on the boss. Just because fucking dumb gunmen. So now the gunmen are facing each other. I use head smash on the boss. Then I use throat lunge. Throat lunge does a little bit of damage, but if the opponent does not have any block, it also stuns them. So he's not moving for the rest of the turn. And the gunmen end up shooting each other. So already twice, so the gunmen have shot themselves, or the gunmen have shot their boss, and they've shot each other. And now they're lining up to shoot each other again. So I grab the boss, and I slow him to the side. I step to the side. Now once again, both of the gunmen are pointing at the boss. I wanted both gunmen to shoot him, and have him just die by having his own dumb fucking henchman shoot him to death. I forgot the boss goes first. So he hit one of the goons and killed him out. And the other one kills him. Or the other one shoots him. And now he's almost dead. Now normally in fights in tight spaces, when you beat a level, you have to kill all the enemies. In the boss stages, I think you just have to kill the boss. So I step forward. Then I use switch, or not switch, like throw, whatever it is, to shove him behind me. Hit him in the back of the head and the elbow for extra damage and the kick. And then I end my turn, and he shoots him again. Dude, let's fucking count. Let's count. The dumbest. I want to count how dumb these guys are. Okay, so the boss gets shot twice. They shoot each other twice. The boss gets shot a 3rd time. Kills his own henchman. And then gets shot a 4th time. That was so fucking stupid, I had to upload it to YouTube. It's weird though. It took forever to process. And like an hour later it wasn't processed. And I'm like, what? Why not? Looks like sometimes it just glitches. YouTube just glitches out with the processing of smaller videos or something. If I change the title just to force it to save, it went ahead and processed it and set it up. I'm not trying to get hits or clicks or anything. I'm not trying to bait or anything. It's just that video was so fucking dumb, I had to share it with the world. That was Fights in Tight Spaces. That was Bosses in Dumb Places. Getting shot by your own henchmen. So that was it. That's how my night ended. And that's how my April ends. We are done with the fun part of the stream. We are finished with the fun part. I'll try to keep this brief. Because I want to stop by and say hello to Malone again. We'll keep this brief. So here's what's coming up. In May, I want to stream. I still want to stream. But there are so many things going on in my real life right now. And so many things that have happened to me over the last couple months of VTubing. I honestly don't know, like, what my headspace is going to be from one day to the next. And that's not fair to you. It's not fair to you to get half of me, or a quarter of me, or a tenth of me. Whenever I turn on that OBS and fire up my fucking potato, I need to give you all of me. I can't just coast. But there's too much going on here, man. Issues with where I'm living, with my family and everything. They're coming to a head and I have to start focusing on them some. I don't want to stop. I really don't want to stop VTubing. But I'm not going to be able to stream 5 times a week like I was. I'm not going to be able to stream 3 times a week like I was. So starting in May, I'm aiming for, at the max, 2 streams a week. And they're all going to be morning streams. So I'm sorry for anyone who's interested in the late night streams. Late night streams barely push any numbers anyways. Don't have a lot of people checking them out. Early morning streams seem to be what works best. Like I said, I want to stream in May if I can. So I felt weird calling this a hiatus. It's more like I'm cutting my schedule to the bone. From now on, I'm only streaming early in the morning, like 7 a.m. or so, like I've been doing. And I'm forcing myself to cut down to 2 streams a week now that the 2 days I'm off. I do have a pool of ideas. In fact, there are a couple of specific streams I want to do. Put them out. I want to do the next WEBP PLE live from the Budokan, my wrestling federation. I want to do that, the next live from the Budokan. Main event will be the tag team title match. Asuki and Sora defending against Pepsi Man and Cherno. And we would actually open with Bridget cutting a promo and defending her title against G-Man. Plus, I wanted to do a VTuber tournament, but with everything going on in the VTuber sphere right now, I don't know how much that would hurt. So I was thinking of doing a Nintendo tournament. Like Smash tournament. Because the secondary titles, like the Gensoku Heritage title, the Triple Crown title, etc., they're supposed to be for one specific genre, one specific fandom. Like the Gensoku Heritage Championship is for Toho. The Triple Crown is for professional wrestlers. Things like that. And every PLE, to pad out the card of the pay-per-views, I want to do a straight-up tournament. So it's to be either a VTuber tournament or a Smash tournament. With characters who have been in Smash. I also want to get rid of either the 6-man or the 8-man tag titles. Because the Literature Club just won the 8-man titles from the Ninjas. and Rain, Smoke, and Noob won 6-man titles. Problem is that 8-man tag title matches go too fucking long. To the point where, like, they can be like one match can be like a half hour in real life. So I'm thinking of merging the 6-man and the 8-man tags as well. Whatever it is, it'll be 20 to 30 matches, like the usual PLA. And it'll be live from the Budokan. We're stepping out of the WebP Fairgrounds and going into Budokan. Also want to do creative writing. Also want to play Darkest Dungeon. Also want to play Fights in Tight Spaces. Also, I got Wendigo Blue. Choco has been having a lot of fun with Wendigo Blue, doing some amazing streams. I wanted to try it out. I bought it like weeks ago. Like maybe months ago. And I wanted to go ahead and try it out. That stupid fucking fight scene I just showed you. I wanted to try writing it out. Like the story. The 100% orange juice, I can try the campaign mode. I want to beat some of the UFO 50 games, all the Grimstones on back burner. I might want to do Fallout New Vegas. I might be interested in trying that out as my new Sunday long form. Like, even though I don't know when I'll be streaming again, it would be long form as soon as things get better here and I can get back to regular, if I can get back to regular streaming. And of course, I'll tell you right now, I want to do a house run. Because the house always wins. So it'd be a good person house run. And I may or may not have said on one of my Darkest Dungeon streams that I would do a Darkest Dungeon boss tier smasher pass. So basically, I want to try streaming 7 a.m. Wednesdays, 7 a.m. Mondays. Because I am going back to my usual Wednesdays off starting next week. I got a few ideas here that'll be short streams, just a couple hours, in case I have other things to do. Well, Salting the Earth. I want to read Salting the Earth. The muscular orc mama lesbian dating sim. Visual novel. I'm just looking at all my icons. I have to clean my desktop too. I need to clean all my fucking icons and everything, sort them out. So I do have ideas. I do have a lot of things I really want to do. But I don't know. May is going to be better. May is going to be better than June. June is going to be bad. June, with the way things are right now, June, with the way things are right now, I'd be lucky to get one stream a week, if that. Because things are just going to be bad. And that's like, there are still a couple things in the air that could go horribly wrong as well. So, I know I got a ton of momentum, not just from the Darkest Dungeon streams, or from the Mollington interviews, from the Oshi Bush stuff. But the momentum's going to have to come to a full fucking halt. Because I'm going to be putting out a statement on my Twitter after the stream. I don't know if I should be talking about it on stream. Because eventually the statement will be deleted. But I've recently had some really bad experiences. And on its own, I would have been able to handle those bad experiences. But combined with the things that are going on in real life right now, I just can't. I don't know where I'm gonna be living. For example. Although I did speak to my landlord today, and he said that my new people are not gonna be like raising up my rent until July. So there's that. So at least my living is gonna be stable until at least July. Hopefully. Although he has lied to me before. For the lie to me. So between my mental health and I've also had some horrible experiences with people. I hate to say Mollington was right. Mollington was right. I can't keep doing this like I've been doing. Because I'm gonna end up hurting people that care about me. People I care about. When I'm just being assaulted by the fucking rattlers. It's... I don't know why. Schizos come out of the woodwork. But I have nothing to offer them. I don't have any money. I'm fucking wondering. How do they think they can make things possibly any worse than they always do? I need to step away from it. I need to think. I may or may not be moving. But it's not just me. Right. April was bad for a lot of VTuber fans. We lost Moomy. We lost Onion. No, the garlic. We lost garlic. We lost Yam. And in a couple of hours, we're gonna lose Gora. It's been, and we lost Ike just a couple hours ago. It's been a really hard month to be a fan of VTubing. I used to have a joke on the Discord server. Every time a corpo collapsed or a streamer graduated, I'm like, wow, FlaVR beat another one out. And originally it was all in good jest, and now I'm like, wow, FlaVR beat another one out. I don't bring joy from pointing that out anymore. It's been a bad month. You know, thank God it hasn't hit any of my oshis yet. But it's been a bad month, and I think people need to. I think after Gora's live tonight, I think people need to breathe a little bit. Need to breathe. Feels good, right? They say you're supposed to Inhale for like 4 seconds. Then keep it inhaled for like 7 seconds. And slowly exhale for like 5 seconds. Right? Let's try that. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 5, right? And supposedly that'll help you, like, focus your breath. Something. I think between all the rats and everything, and all the straight up hate, and the misinformation, and the nastiness that's been going on in the videos, we need to all step back. We need to all step back, and we need to all take a deep breath like that. I didn't know that all this would be going on when I set up my schedule. That it was going to coincide with Gura's retirement, graduation, and everything. But that's how it shook out. I'm trying so hard to figure out how to fix this one. So the question is, what do I want to do? What do I want to put out there? What do I want to project? I want to do the creative writing. But I also know I need to start buffing up my protagonist a little bit. I want to continue to do the wrestling, and I want to be as cramped, cringe, and campy as fucking possible. I want to do the collabs. People I care about, people I trust. There's a lot I want to do. There's a lot I want to do, and I don't want to stop. But I don't know if I'll be able to. That was why when I first started doing this, I was like, I don't know how long I can be, but as long as I can be, I will continue to be your faithful Amanda Splatts. I believe that was my original outro. Like, and then I stopped using that because I'm like, no, I'm not going away. I'm sorry that I didn't block that one. I'm sorry. But it's just, if it was just the VTubing shit, I could handle it. If it was just the real life shit, I could handle it. I can't do both at once. And I can't cut off real life. So I'm hoping you wait for me. I mean, if you don't want to, I understand. But I'm hoping you will. That's why I'm not going to have a schedule for the next couple. But I want to give you hope. I will be putting up, I have put up a placeholder room for my 1-year anniversary in July 17th. So I want to try to stream it. I still want to try to stream like maximum 2 streams a week. But no more of this 5 streams a week, 10 streams a week, 13 streams a week stuff. And it's not even going to be regular. And I may not even be at 100%. But I don't want to give this up, but there's just so much shit going on in the VTubing sphere right now, in my personal sphere, and so much shit going on in real life. I can't do both at once. I'm gonna be posting a statement shortly on Twitter that explains a little more. But I'll put the image on the screen that I'm gonna post. I think I ought to set it up to post at 7:59. You can pause the stream if you want to take a look. But the gist of it is what I told you. Real life is happening. The VTubing drama is happening. I can't take care of both. And I can't cut the real life out of my life. But I did put up that room for July 17th. It's my way of leaving the porch light on. Things are going to be really dark for the next couple of months. I'm leaving that light on. Thank you for listening. Lurkers, pod watchers, second screen saints. I'm gonna try to compose myself. Maybe stop by my old stream if I can. If not, I won't. Thank you. I'm gonna try my damnedest to stream some Sunday morning. From now on, like I said, no more schedules for the foreseeable future. But I'm gonna try to do Wednesday and Sunday 7 a.m. I don't know what I do. Looking at the pool of things that I'll pick on the day. I'll pick something the night before. Check that out. Picture. I gotta not be in there. But I want to be Amanda. I don't want to stop being Amanda. And that's what I gotta do this now. So I can continue being Amanda for the foreseeable future. Because this has been one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me. And I don't want to pick up something bad. Thank you, Lord. And your faithful Amanda Splatts. And this is the Amanda Splatts project.